Cited from the Legend of Brittany. Kunio Kishida. Brittany is a region with remarkable characteristics, even within France. As it forms a peninsula for the most part, it cannot be thought of apart from the sea itself. The sea is the Atlantic Ocean. It has a masculine side compared to the feminine Mediterranean. The nature of Brittany is contemplative. It is gloomy. The sky is low. The inhabitants are simple. They have not escaped from medieval beliefs. Therefore, superstition is rife. I do not know how much of it is superstition. The abundance of legends makes it interesting from a literary perspective, but leaving literature aside, the fun of hearing strange tales from old women crouching by the fireplace in remote fishing villages is also exceptional. I spent the summer in a village called Karnak. This village is also the center of legends. I was surprised to see that even the stones lying on the roadside had spirits. Long ago, a priest was pursued by an army of pagans and fled to Karnak. In front of him was the sea. The priest called the name of God. All the enemy soldiers turned to stone, or so it is said. Indeed, even today, countless stones the height of a man stand lined up. It is said that these stones go to drink water from the river once a year on the night of Christmas. Anyone who encounters them on the road is instantly crushed. Long ago, a species of dwarf called Kilian lived in this vicinity. They dug holes in the mountainside and piled up stones to live inside them. Houses made of piled stones are called dolmens, and they still remain today, becoming local attractions. They could lift up any size rock with ease. On moonlit nights, they would dance on the grass in the pasture. They would sing a song while dancing. Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday. They would join hands in a circle and repeat the words with amusement. Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday. One night, a hunchback tailor heard this song on his way home from work and was invited to join the dance. However, the words of the song were so monotonous that he found it annoying. So when they got to Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, he continued with, and then Thursday. Oh, they all looked at each other. Not bad, said someone who seemed to be the leader. So everyone started dancing, Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday. Well, this one is good, one of them said. Maybe we should give him a reward. What shall we do? The bosses discussed. Get rid of the hump on his back, they all said in unison. The hump was gone. The next morning, before sunrise, the tailor returned home in high spirits. It was a Sunday. A neighbor came by and asked, "What's the matter?" The tailor began by telling him the story of the previous night. The weaver, who was also a hunchback, heard this and slapped him on the forehead in joy. "I'll do it too." The weaver went around looking for the place where Carrion was dancing. Finally, he found it and joined the group. Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, then Thursday, he added, then Friday. Everyone agreed. "This guy is no good," one said. "Very bad," another said. "He's no good," they all said in unison. "Punish him," someone said. "What shall we do?" the boss asked. "Let's give the tailor a hump," they all shouted in unison. The weaver returned home in dismay, carrying the 2 hump on his back. He died at the end of the year from grief. Everyone knows that a cow ghost appears on the coast of Karnak. Everyone in Karnak knows about it. The name of this ghost is Kolporendru. This ghost never harms people. It is just a prankster that is difficult to control. Fishermen in particular are often toyed with. You can often see it running around the beach in the form of a cow. It moans loudly. It is not very creepy at midnight. One day, a farmer lost his cow, and after searching until sunset, he finally found it and brought it to the cowshed. The cow suddenly changed into a human form, laughed loudly, clapped its hands, and ran away. Before a storm, a sad voice can be heard on the shore. In the middle of the night, someone shouts loud enough for the whole village to hear. "Hey, everyone, come on over. There's a mountain of kelp on the beach." The fishermen and farmers prepare their rakes and carts and rush out. When they get there, there's nothing there. Kolporendru claps his hands and laughs. Then he dives into the sea. He often turns into a fish and gets caught in the fishermen's nets. When they get home and are about to cook it, he turns into a human and runs away laughing. Usually, one of these monsters lives in each of the fishing villages in the vicinity. Among them, she takes the form of a beautiful woman with a face like a flower and a voice like a skylark, and squats on the bank of the river. When a traveler is looking for a bridge, she looks at him with a kind look and says, "I'll carry you across." If he gets carried away and gets on her back, she'll throw him into the river. This sister is called Payatrapenelu. Even now, strange things can be seen on the national road from Karnak to Kurgarek. Near a stream called Forest Spring, there is a monster called Payatrafetengo, who sometimes appears as a human, a cat, a horse, or sometimes as a fireball. One night, a farmer is passing by when he senses a strange man following him. Just as he thought that this was happening, he heard the footsteps of a man walking in front of him. Thinking that this was strange, the man behind him approached and asked, "Do you know the words to the prayer?" When he answered, "Yes," the man said, "Well, if you don't, you'll see something terrifying with your own eyes." Later, 2 young men were passing by the area, and one of them was thrown down by something. He didn't feel any pain. A farmer saw a runaway horse coming towards him, so he tried to stop it by grabbing it by its mane, but his hands hurt so much that he jumped up. When he came to, he realized he was clutching thorns from the fence. Sure enough, nearby there was farmland divided into small sections by stone stakes. In the middle of the night, a sigh can be heard from somewhere, followed by a voice asking, "Where will you drive my stake?" This is the vengeful spirit of a deceased person who was executed long ago for driving a stake into a neighbor's property. However, one day, there was an interesting man who, upon hearing this voice, suddenly retorted, "Don't drive it where it was before." Then, like a man who has had his burden lifted, he simply said, "Hello, thank you very much," and fell silent. Fireballs are also common in this area. There is a well called the Fountain of the Virgin Mary, from which fireballs often appear and fly toward the Hoa River. They then disappear before you know it. There is also a monster called the Night Shepherd. When the wind blows, they yell, "Hey, hey," from the chimney, and when it rains, they knock on the window, pleading, "Let me in." There's no end to these stories.